same way we entered Bordeaux, more or less.
What kind of trees are these?
I call them sycamore. Sycamore, yes. Sycamore trees. Voilà, so very nice Bordeaux, because now in Bordeaux we have the tramway. So I did not grow up with the tramway, there was no tram. We cannot have the metro in Bordeaux. If you look at the tram, there is no overhead wires. It's very elegant. No overhead wires in the center. The electricity, the power comes from the tracks. So we were the first in France to, or the first in Europe, I guess, to come up with this technology, and now we are selling this technology to the other towns in France or in Europe, I'm sure. To the right, I call it Johnny on a pony. It's Joan of Arc. Joan of Arc, the one who helped the French to fight the English. But things did not turn very nicely for her. She was burnt at the stake in Rouen, in Normandy, Joan of Arc. Voilà, the Central Park, and then we go back to the old wine merchants district. And then out of Bordeaux. So yeah, now we have the tram. Also, when I grew up in Bordeaux, my Bordeaux, all the buildings were black. If you look at the houses, most of the houses around us were black because of pollution, or maybe because of the use of coal before. And I grew up in this town that was black, but the new mayor, finally the new mayor, imposed the owners of those houses to clean their facade. So now Bordeaux is very different. We can enjoy the color of the limestone. The limestone was extracted from the right bank of Bordeaux. We are on the left bank, from the right bank of Bordeaux. Different color of limestone depending on where the limestone was extracted. And of course now we cannot build a house in limestone. It's too expensive. We have only one quarry left, limestone quarry left, but it's too expensive to build a house in limestone. So what is here, this is it. Then now the new buildings in France, they are built in concrete houses or wood, which is expensive also. To build a house in wood in Bordeaux is expensive because the wood has to come from Northern Europe. Here around Bordeaux we have pine trees, and as you may know, pine tree is not very good quality of wood, so we have to have the wood coming from Northern Europe, so it is expensive. About pricing, just so you understand the pricing in Bordeaux, if I take the example of a house, a 1,000 square feet house, 1,000 square feet house, the average price of this house in Bordeaux will be 600,000 euros. You think that is expensive? Yes? 600.
It's not going to be all over it.
À part si c'est pour eux, quand on n'est pas tout le temps,
this way
Yeah.
to this fountain here?
There's a Ferris wheel.
Yes, well, yeah, it's the carnival. Yeah.
Carnival, yeah.
That's a nice wine shop to the left, the tourist office to the right, and in front of us here. This fountain, this monument in front of us was erected 100 years after the French Revolution. You know what was the French Revolution? We got rid of the monarchy. We got rid of our king and the queen and the nobility, etc. And so to commemorate the 100 years anniversary of the French Revolution, in 1883 we had this monument put in place. It's for the glory of the Republic. It's to commemorate our first Republic put in place after the French Revolution. So at the top of the column there is an angel. We call it the Angel of Liberty. And this Angel of Liberty, it has on the left hand a broken chain, broken from oppression, a broken chain, and on the right hand she's holding the laurel branch, symbol of peace. Voilà, Angel of Liberty, flying free at the top of the monument. Then all the horses are in bronze. There are 34 sculptures in bronze. And again, during the time of the occupation, the Germans dismantled all the horses. They had put everything in a train. They wanted to melt the bronze. But the resistance in Bordeaux was able to reroute the train, take the horses back. Everything was hidden in the north of France. It was so well hidden that it was completely forgotten. And we have the monument back since 1983. So long time after the end of the Second War. 600,000 euros for 1,000 square feet limestone house, but that's the average price. By the Opera House, the same house will be about 1 million euros. So it is expensive, but for us in France, it is double price in Paris. Double price in Paris. So this is why the Parisians are coming to live in Bordeaux. They sell their very nice apartment in Paris, and in Bordeaux they are able to afford a bigger, way bigger and very centrally located apartment in Bordeaux. We have many Parisians coming to live in Bordeaux since the COVID, way more and more, because people want to, people in France want more quality of life, and here we are only 1 hour away from the ocean where I live, and we are only 2 hours and a half away from the Pyrenees for skiing. So we have the ski in the winter, the sea in the summer. We are 3 hours away from Spain. Well, it's pretty nice to live here.
Ouais, mais là on a fait le vote mercredi après.
So I see that some of you are gone already, la siesta, after the nap. So I'm going to put down the mic and I will come in the bus. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. Thank you. beautiful houses around us. It's one of the most expensive districts in Bordeaux, this area here. Limestone was extracted since the Roman times. Bordeaux was one of the major towns of the Roman Empire. Bordeaux is an old town, a Roman town. It was called bor-DOH. There was a huge amphitheater, there was a huge temple, and fortunately we did not keep the Roman buildings. We dismantled them to use the limestone to build other buildings. So we don't really have any memories from the Roman period. So old town of Bordeaux, then Middle Ages. The town was protected by a wall in the Middle Ages to be protected by the enemy, who were the French. And in the 18th century, we were the richest town in the country. Why? Why was Bordeaux the richest town in the country in the 18th century? Second richest town in Europe after London, Bordeaux, 18th century. We were the richest town in the country in the 18th century, but Bordeaux was still like a medieval town with very old houses, wooden houses, very narrow streets. So the King of France, 18th century, beginning of 18th century, sent his own architects, his own town urbanists to reshape Bordeaux, 18th century. So the main architect who came in Bordeaux is in front of us, the statue of Tourny. He was what we call an intendant, the intendant of the king outside Paris, the representative of the king outside Paris. And Tourny reshaped Bordeaux, and now we have very long, since the 18th century, so most of the narrow streets were destroyed, wiped out. The old Bordeaux was wiped out, the old houses were wiped out to rebuild very long, very large streets. And neoclassic architecture around us, 18th century. Alors, we were rich in Bordeaux in the 18th century, wine of course, but thanks to the sugar trade, sugar that we brought back from the West Indies, Martinique, Guadeloupe, Haiti, Haiti, Haiti. We brought back sugar, coffee, cacao, indigo, and that was the wealth of Bordeaux in the 18th century, and of course wine, of course. Voilà, so very soon be prepared. Perfect driving from Gérard. Merci Gérard. He's bringing us, driving us perfectly on time by the opera. In front of us, it's the opera house. At the same spot where there used to be a Roman temple, now we have the Grand Theatre, the Grand Theatre, the opera house, and exactly where Gérard is going to drop us off, I would like to meet you at 10 to 3, 5 to 3, please, to go back to the ship, and we will have at least a 2 hours drive. Make sure to use the restroom before to leave Bordeaux. I stay with you now, please stay with me. We all get off, and we go in front of the opera house where I will help you with the directions, okay? Walk this way to this fountain here.
There's a Ferris wheel.
Yes, well, yeah, it's the carnival. Yeah.
Carnival, yeah.
That's a nice wine shop to the left, the tourist office to the right, and in front of us, yeah. This fountain, this monument in front of us was erected 100 years after the French Revolution. You know what was the French Revolution? We got rid of the monarchy, We got rid of our king and the queen and the nobility, etc. And so to commemorate the 100 years anniversary of the French Revolution, in 1883 we had this monument put in place. It's for the glory of the Republic. It's to commemorate our first Republic put in place after the French Revolution. So at the top of the column there is an angel. We call it the Angel of Liberty. And this Angel of Liberty, it has on the left hand a broken chain, broken from oppression, a broken chain, and on the right hand she's holding the laurel branch, symbol of peace. Voilà, Angel of Liberty, flying free at the top of the monument. Then all the horses are in bronze. There are 34 sculptures in bronze. And again, during the time of the occupation, the Germans dismantled all the horses. They had put everything in a train. They wanted to melt the bronze. But the resistance in Bordeaux was able to reroute the train, take the horses back. Everything was hidden in the north of France. It was so well hidden that it was completely forgotten. And we have the monument back since 1983. So long time after the end of the Second War.